We're making jollof today, and I'll be sharing a few tips to get the perfect jollof rice every time. Let's get started. First, you want to fry your protein. It could be chicken, turkey, goat meat, but I like goat meat for my jollof rice. Except I don't have goat meat, I can use chicken. Then turkey next. The oil used in frying the meat is what is going to flavor your stew base. So fry some onion or shallot in that same oil. If you're using dried spices like dry thyme and all of that, you can also fry it in the oil first so it can release all of its beautiful flavors. Now once you fry down your tomato paste, make sure you do that very well until it turns sweet. Then you can now go in with your pepper mix. This is some red bell pepper, tomatoes, onion, garlic and ginger which I blended. Pour it in there and continue to fry until oil begins to float to the top. Once the stew base is ready, I'm going to scoop some of it out and set it aside. I'll tell you why I do this later. Next, go in with your washed rice. For jollof rice, I do not parboil my rice, and the reason is simple. You want to allow the rice enough time to soak up all of the goodness from the stew base. And again, I'm using long grain parboiled rice, meaning the rice have already been parboiled. So wash multiple times till the water runs clear before you add it into your rice. Now, I did not add any seasoning to the base if you notice, because I cooked down the pepper mix with some seasoning and oil before I blended. The meat stock also contains seasoning, so you want to add all of this first, taste and adjust with seasoning later if necessary. When it comes to the amount of liquid you add to your jollof rice, I believe it depends on the brand that you are using, the brand of rice. But one thing I always advise is for the rice and the liquid to be at the same level for a start. If after you cook it down for the first 15 minutes on medium-low heat and it is still super duper tough, you can add a little more water. Most times you may not even need more water. Spread it out, cover it up with some foil paper or parchment paper and let the steam do the job. Reduce the heat, okay, so that the steam can cook the rice. Alright, so do this for another 25 to 30 minutes depending on how hard your rice is. It will most likely be cooked after 30 minutes. So what I'm going to do next is fluff out the rice, and that's it. Our jollof is almost ready. Now remember that stew that we set aside earlier. You're going to add it to the rice at this point. Add some onion, tomatoes and some butter. The reason I like to add stew at this point is for the rice to regain some of the moisture that it may have lost during the cooking process. So if your jollof rice is always dry after cooking, start adding stew towards the end just like this, and a bit of butter. It will help. Now stir that in once the butter is dissolved and our jollof is ready. If you want smoky jollof rice, it means you're going to let it burn, but just know that it's your rice you're burning. It's not every time you want that or crave that smoky patty jollof taste. Sometimes just enjoy your rice and the volume. Okay, thank you for watching. See you in my next video. Bye bye.